Mike Ehrmantraut has a speech in Breaking Bad that stuck with me for years. He's talking to Walter White, trying to explain why you can't do things halfway when the stakes are high. He tells this story about a domestic violence call he responded to as a cop. He knew the guy would kill his wife eventually, saw it coming, but he settled for a half measure. Scared the guy, roughed him up a little, sent him home. 2 weeks later, the guy murdered his wife. "No more half measures, Walter," Mike says. I watched that scene when I was younger and thought it was about decisiveness, about committing fully to your choices, about not being weak or hesitant. I was only seeing half of it. Mike spends both shows doing exactly what he warns against. He's always taking half measures with the people he cares about. His granddaughter Kaylee, he visits her, buys her presents, sets up a trust fund. But he never actually leaves the criminal world that endangers her. He never takes the full measure that would actually keep her safe, which would be walking away completely. He knows this. You can see it in Jonathan Banks' performance, the way Mike's face hardens whenever Kaylee comes up. He knows he's compromising, knows he's trying to have it both ways, but he does it anyway. That's what I missed. The tragedy isn't that Mike doesn't know better. It's that he knows exactly what he's doing and can't stop himself. Epictetus said we know what we should do and fail to do it anyway. That's the human condition. Not ignorance, but weakness of will. We see the right path clearly and then choose the easier one. I've done this my entire adult life. I knew I should spend more time with my kids when they were young. Knew it clearly, felt it acutely. But I also wanted the promotion, wanted to prove myself at work, wanted to build something that mattered. So I did both, halfway. Showed up to some recitals, missed others. Was present physically but checked out mentally. Half measures. I knew my marriage needed attention. Knew we were drifting into polite cohabitation instead of actual partnership. But addressing it would have required vulnerability, difficult conversations, maybe therapy. Easier to just keep going. Assume we'd figure it out later. Half measure. Mike tells Walter no more half measures, then spends the rest of his life taking them. He wants to be the good grandfather and the reliable criminal. He wants to provide for Kaylee and stay in a world that could get her killed. He wants to be honorable while doing dishonorable things. The Stoics would say this is living contrary to nature. Not nature in the trees and birds sense, but contrary to your own rational nature. You can't serve two masters. You can't build integrity on compromise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do external things distract you? Then make time for yourself to learn something worthwhile. Stop letting yourself be pulled in all directions." But making time, really making time, means saying no to other things. It means choosing. Mike never chooses. He tries to have everything, be everything, serve everyone, and it destroys him. I'm older now, and I'm surrounded by the consequences of my half measures. The relationship with my family that's cordial but not close, because I was half present most of the time. The career that plateaued because I never fully committed to the hard political games you have to play to advance. The hobbies I'm half decent at because I never devoted real time to any of them. None of these are tragedies. I'm not Mike, watching my world collapse in a riverbank while bleeding out. But they're the accumulated cost of trying to have it all without committing fully to anything. Mike's final scene, he's dying, and he tells Walter, "Shut up and let me die in peace." Even then, he's taking a half measure. He could warn Jesse, could try to undo some of the damage he's caused. But he doesn't. He just stops. That's the real lesson I missed. Half measures don't just fail, they compound. Each small compromise makes the next one easier. Each time you choose the comfortable path over the right one, you're building habits that calcify into character. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The waste isn't dramatic. It's not one catastrophic choice. It's the 1,000 small half measures that add up to a life that never quite commits to anything. I can't get those years back. Can't redo my kids' childhoods or rebuild the career momentum I squandered. Mike couldn't save himself from what was coming. Couldn't undo the choices that led him to the edge of the river. But I can stop taking half measures now. Choose what actually matters and commit to it fully. Say no to the things that don't serve that choice, even when saying no is painful. Mike was right the first time. No more half measures.